In my fantasy world, flowers grant magical powers. For centuries, people accepted this as a fact, but a small group of scholars began asking a dangerous question. Why flowers? These scholars became known as the Elumnists. Today, I'm designing what one of these Elumnists might look like. After the discovery of Vita, the essence behind magical marvels, the Elumnist Guild was created to study the science and explanation behind some of its mysteries. Over the centuries, these academics quickly became vital to Athalia. Whilst traveling between kingdoms, they started exploiting and regulating the flower trade, ending up with a near dominion on herbalistic understanding. But not all of this trade had been left to the academics of the Elumnist Guild. Some powers more hidden are at work as we speak. While designing these characters for my story, I tried to keep in mind many elements. I wanted these academics to have elements from Game of Thrones maesters, as well as references I had found on Pinterest and of ideas I had formed in my head. Let me dive into something more interesting for you guys. The power system. Elumnists study flower magic, that is fine, but how does it work? How do flowers grant magic? Basically, flowers are a sort of energy absorber, and depending on what flower absorbs its energy, it grants different effects. The flowers has a very wide variety of outcomes and uses. For example, some flowers are used to heal one's body, while another could be used to destroy a building. I'll dive deeper into the lore of how this magic system works in an upcoming video called The Deadliest Flower. But for now, just note that we have barely scratched the surface of the power system. Finishing up the Elumnist design, I gave him some cool boots in my opinion. They are not only super sick, but also used for uprooting, basically digging up roots and flora. I also gave him a staff, a few pouches for storage, and to top it all off, an awesome mask and cloak that protect him from recognition of pesky people. The mask also serves as a system of honor and ranking amongst the Elumnists. Each bell shows a decade of study towards a region's flowers. On the design of this specific Elumnist, he has 8 bulba bells, I think I'm going to call them that, from all the regions, which is considered near impossible. Well, here you have it, the final design of Elumnists, well, at least of an Elumnist. I'm really happy with the design overall. I really like the colors and the bells and his kind of personality. The shoes are my favorite part of this one. I'm definitely going to include those in the end. Here's also a closer look at the notebook, and his boots, mask, and tool that he uses for cutting stems and flowers. I hope you enjoyed this video and this time-lapse of me designing Elumnists. The next video I'm releasing in a few days is going to be about Limnail. I've already made a time-lapse and I'll show you a quick preview of what it looks like right now. But with that, we're done for today. So, take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye-bye.